Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Ginger Pierce, and I'm one of the travel agents with Marvelous Mouse Travels. We are the agency that runs this Facebook group, along with several others that are focused on different destinations. We are also Universal's first ever and currently their only diamond travel agency. And that just speaks to the volume of vacations that we book to this destination and also the level of expertise that comes along with that. Welcome to Sundays with MMT. This is a weekly live agent video panel series that we do in one of our Facebook groups every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're really excited to be here in this group tonight to talk to you about the gift of travel. So, we are going to be sharing some sample package pricing with you, along with some creative ways that you can surprise your family with a universal vacation. But we would also love to save some time at the end of our session with you to take some questions that you may have. So at any point during this video, feel free to go ahead and drop those questions into the comment section, and we will come back to those at the end of the video. We are using a platform called StreamYard to go live this evening. So StreamYard may ask you to approve it to display your username and profile picture. If you do want to post a comment, just know that you can decline that permission and you will still be able to interact with us anonymously. So I'm joined tonight by three of our marvelous agents. Ladies, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. And if you would take just a second to tell everybody your name, how long you've been with the agency, and the best way for people to get in contact with you if they're interested in planning a vacation.
Hi, good evening. I'm Mandy Bishop. I just hit my second year with Marvelous Mouse Travels. The best way to get a hold of me is probably through my link tree, which is down here below, or mandy.bishop@marvelousmousetravels.com.
Hi, I'm Katie Johnson, and I've been with the agency almost 1 year. And the best way to get in touch with me is my email, katie.johnson@marvelousmousetravels.com.
Hey, I'm Melissa Turner, and I've been with Marvelous Mouse Travels for a little over 4 years now. And the best way to reach me is my email address at melissa.turner@marvelousmousetravels.com.
And again, my name is Ginger. I have been with the agency just over 3.5 years. And the best way to get in touch with me is to visit my blog, which you can find at gingermmt.com. So I think whenever, you're talking about holiday gift giving and we're all, kind of at the point now, we just had Black Friday. Tomorrow is Cyber Monday. This is like the time that everybody's thinking about, okay, what am I going to get for my family? What are we going to do for each other for Christmas this year? And so I think many times people maybe don't consider the gift of experiences. Like maybe that's not something that you have ever considered as, something that you might want to do for your family for the holidays. So ladies, in your opinion, why give the gift of travel? Why is travel a great holiday gift?
Well, you're giving memories and not just stuff. It's something that you'll experience together and share together and get to look back on those pictures and memories. And I don't know, there's just nothing better than spending time together with your loved ones more than just stuff under the tree. So it's what I would want to get. I love taking trips with my family, friends.
I agree. For us, it's the opening of the gift and then just waiting for that trip, for as long as it's planned for. If it's September, we have all year to look forward to something.
Yeah. I know with my son, I can ask him what he got for Christmas last year or the year before, and he doesn't know. And I can ask him what his favorite trip was, and he is telling me all of his trips. Well, I loved it when we went to Universal, or, I surprised him with one in September. So for him, he remembers those. Those are the memories he remembers. And just the stuff is stuff, and the memories stay with you forever. And we have started doing experiences in our household just because he remembers them. He also has a birthday on the 20th of December, so it makes it a little easier to do stuff like that as well. And I would rather spend more on a trip than stuff.
Yeah, I totally agree. When I look back even over my own childhood, I don't really remember very many Christmas mornings when I ran down and I was like, oh, that thing was so meaningful. I mean, I remember getting like a Barbie dream house, but like everything else that I got for Christmas, I'm like, I don't really remember, being wowed by the presents, but I can look back on, some of my fondest memories from childhood. They are on trips with my family. And I think that everything you guys said is really true and really valuable from just a practical standpoint too. I hate clutter. And the more little things there are wrapped up under the tree, the more things there are I have to find places for in my house. And it's a lot after a while. I have 2 kids, they're 6 and 9. They've accumulated a lot of stuff. And so I don't want to have to find places to stash more stuff. And also too, with shipping delays and everything for this year, I know a lot of people are genuinely concerned about the things they order getting here in time for Christmas. And so with the gift of travel, you don't have to worry about that. Like it's you can book that trip and you don't have to worry for anything to ship to you. You don't have to be worried about that. You will definitely have that ready to go on Christmas morning for your family. So
it probably sounds cheesy, but in our house, it's kind of the gift that keeps on giving. We watch YouTube videos on our destination. We kind of look up the best foods to eat when we're there. So it's exciting for the whole year rather than just that one day.
I totally agree. So
we also will
go ahead. No, go for it.
We also try to get the rest of the family involved, like aunts and uncles and mom, my parents, the grandparents, and say, okay, we are giving him a trip for Christmas or his birthday. It would be nice if you could get him a shirt or a gift card that he can purchase something at Universal for. So that it gets everybody to not give stuff and give him something that he can use on his trip.
That's true. Yes. I love when my parents do that too, when they give gift cards to wherever we're going. It's like awesome. That's a great choice. So let's give people maybe some example pricing of what does this look like in terms of budgeting? What are your options for different resorts and stuff if you are thinking maybe Universal is the gift that you want to give to your family this year. So prior to us, being live tonight, we all have kind of put together some sample package quotes, and we're going to share those with you guys now. And we're kind of going to tell you why we love the resorts that we've quoted for you or the dates. So Mandy, why don't you go first? What do you have for us as a sample?
Okay, I started with the Hard Rock Hotel. I love the Hard Rock. It's a less than 5-minute walk right to Universal Studio side. You avoid going through City Walk and that security, which can sometimes be time, cost a lot of time. The pool here is pretty amazing. I did a garden view with 2 queen rooms. And since we're big Potter fans here, I did include a Harry Potter package, which has breakfast at the Leaky Cauldron and 3 broomsticks, a session at Shutter Buttons. Woo. And a cool little packet that comes with lanyards and luggage tags for your family. It also has the early park admission and unlimited express passes, which are huge. I did choose November 13th through the 18th, which is 5 nights. It was $3,704.64, a $200 deposit that was for 4 people. And you have almost a year to pay on that vacation.
That's an awesome price for Hard Rock too, especially when you consider the fact that you are getting those unlimited express passes, which if you're not familiar with that perk, unlimited express pass is essentially you're getting to skip the standby lines at most rides and attractions and wait in a much shorter express line. And that is an unlimited, like the one that comes with Hard Rock is an unlimited. So if you want to use that over and over again at Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, you can, you're not just limited to one use. It doesn't have to be pre-scheduled in advance. Like it's just kind of an on-demand system. And it really does make your experience in the park a whole lot more pleasant, particularly if you have children in your party.
And I think once you have it, you will never go back. It's
true.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
I did compare that with Endless Summer. So if you are on a budget, Endless Summer, they have a 2-bedroom suite actually with 4 people. Same package with the Harry Potter package was $22,746.98. So about $1,000 cheaper, $200 deposit, and you still have that almost a year to pay. So if you're looking for a budget.
And those suites are awesome. Especially like if you are, they will sleep up to 6, but if you're there with a family of 4, like each of my kids got their own bed, which for them is huge because I have a son and a daughter and they do not like to share a bed. So having that extra space and like there's a little kitchenette area, it was really nice. We enjoyed staying there quite a bit. So that's awesome. And that shows you kind of the range too. Like, you can get the unlimited express, you can be 5-minute walk from the parks, but if that is too much for what you kind of had in mind for your budget, Surfside is a great option because you do still get complimentary park shuttles. It is still an on-site resort, so it does have that early park admission, and it's got really fun, bright, airy theming to that one too. I love that resort as well.
I love the colors there.
Yeah, super beachy.
There is transportation to the park, so you're not left stranded. There are buses that travel frequently over to the park, so you're all set to go.
Absolutely. All right, Katie, what you got for us?
So I chose the end of September, and I chose Royal Pacific. It is also Lowe's Royal Pacific. It's also a deluxe resort. So it is for 3, 2 adults and 1 child. I did the promotion that is going on right now where you get 3-day park to park and you get 2 free. So it's for 5 days and it's for 3 parks. So in this, you're going to get Volcano Bay as well, which is nice because into September still in Orlando is very warm. My price was, I love the Royal Pacific just because it's very Polynesian. It's just, we've stayed there before and we absolutely love it. It's got an amazing pool. There's quite a few restaurants in there that are really good. And it is also within walking distance to City Walk and the parks. It's about a 10-minute walk, but it's a very nice walk, very shaded. Or you can take a boat, which we like to do as well on our way back sometimes when our feet are a little tired. But it came in for $2,213.45, and it does include the free express passes as well. So
that's a
three
great price for that too. And that just shows like the time of year that you choose to go makes a big difference. Because, obviously there's peak season pricing, which is going to be like your spring break, your Christmas break type like that. But if you can go in a time like September or early November, you can save a lot of money doing that. And like Katie said, it's still warm enough to swim in September in Florida. So you can still take advantage of the water parks and everything else too. So.
It also, during that time, Halloween Horror Nights typically is still there during that time. So you also have that option. That is an additional cost, but it is also available. But September typically is your last downtime most of the times before fall breaks and then Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I actually was there this year at the end of September and there was not many people around at all. So it was really nice.
For sure. All right, Melissa, what about you?
So I also went with Royal Pacific. I've stayed in all the Universal resorts and it's just going to always be my favorite. I love the tropical vibe and how you just don't feel like you're in Florida when you get back to your resort. It's just an escape from the parks and it smells so good as soon as you walk in. They've got a sushi restaurant. It's just so nice. And so I chose dates in February because that's a time that my family likes to go because it's not hot. So February 1st to the 5th, I did a suite for my quote because sometimes you might want a little bit more space. So this one's got a king room with a king bed in its own room. And then it's got a living room with a desk and a sofa bed and then a shared bathroom. So it just gives you a little more space. For a family of 4, sometimes that's nice to have your own sleeping areas. And so it comes with the Unlimited Express. I did the 5-day promotional tickets where you buy 3 and get 2 days free. So you could stay all those days, go to the parks. And that room is 670 square feet. So it's nice and spacious compared to a regular resort room. And the total was $34.54.50. So that's really not bad for the space that you get to come back and relax. You could hang out in the living room, and eat or watch something before bed. Or have breakfast in the morning. So I just love that resort and love an option where you get a little bit more space in your room. Just like the 2-bedroom at Endless Summer, this suite will give you some more space. And it's got the Unlimited Express and the taxi. So you just get the convenience of everything right there, so close to the parks.
Yeah, we love that one too. That was the first like premier level resort that I ever stayed at. And it definitely, once you stay at one of those, it does kind of spoil you a little bit. So now, we've come back and we've stayed at all of the premieres because not only do you get that great unlimited express pass, but I love the location. I love being able to walk back easily to the parks if my kids need a break or I need a break or we left something in the room or whatever the case may be. So, and those suites are awesome as well. Just having that little bit of extra space is really, really nice. Yeah. So for mine, I decided that I was going to show peak season pricing because I know that not everybody can travel in a time when, the crowd levels are a little bit lower. Like some of us, my husband and I, both have backgrounds in education. And so for us, lots of times we had to go during school breaks. And so I decided to show a club level room at Portofino Bay Hotel. Portofino Bay is themed after Portofino, Italy. So it is absolutely beautiful. You can see that in the theming. I have also stayed at all of the on-site resorts at Universal, and this one is my favorite by far. But I love the club level rooms because they are more spacious than the standard rooms, but you also get access to their club level lounge. And so the club level lounge comes with continental breakfast. There are afternoon snacks. There are heavy hors d'oeuvres, which is essentially dinner in the evenings. And then there's also evening desserts and cocktails. So you are about a 10 to 12-minute walk away from the parks, or you can take the water taxi when you're at Portofino Bay. But I loved having that convenience of the club lounge always being available to us because we could come back and we could have breakfast. We could have breakfast before we went to the parks. We could come back and have dinner. And so when you think about the money that you're saving on food in the park because it's included with your hotel plus the unlimited express, there is a great value when you're staying club level. But club level peak season, I base this on March 19th through the 26th, which is my kids' school's spring break this year. This is for 2 adults and 2 children under 10. I also showed the 3-park promotional ticket, which is buy 3 days, get 2 free. I did the park to park version of that. And all total, you're looking at $5,937.30 in peak season, which again, that's spring break time. To show you a little bit of the difference based on resort for those same dates, same party size, over at Sapphire Falls, which is a preferred level on-site hotel. So this one does not come with the unlimited express pass, but it does still offer, it's walking distance to the park. It still has that great water taxi. It has some of the most comfortable beds I've ever slept in at a hotel. Like for many of our agents and also many of the team members at Universal, if you ask them what their favorite resort is, they're going to tell you it's Sapphire Falls because it's just beautiful here. There's great restaurant options on site, but that one with those 3-park 3-day buy 3 get 2 free promotional tickets, you're looking at $3,379.17. So, you're looking at about a $2,600 difference between those two because you've got club level on one end at a preferred or premier, and then you have a preferred as well. So a great variety of things, and pretty much anybody can find something on site at Universal that is going to work within their budget. If you have flexibility in your dates, that can definitely help make it easier for you to find something that's going to work within your budget. But, whether you're looking at that club level in peak season or you're looking at something, maybe that's a little bit more economical, Universal has an on-site option for you. And that's one of the reasons why I think we all love going to Universal and we love planning for Universal so much. So, ladies, let's talk about some fun ways for people to surprise their family with a trip to Universal. So, Mandy, we'll let you go first again. What's a fun idea that you came up with?
We've done this in the past. Since we're Harry Potter fans, we gave our kids themed shirts, lanyards, things like that go along with their house color. And at the end, we gave them actually this little countdown. It's a digital countdown calendar. I don't know if you can see it or not. Just found it on Amazon. This one says countdown to our cruise, which is coming up in February. But yeah, so we did that up, so it's always on the TV stand, and yeah, so themed gifts leading up to the digital countdown calendar, which is constantly in our vision.
That's cute. I like that on. What about you, Katie?
So I actually threw my son a Harry Potter birthday party, and we delivered the invitations. We found some owl balloons, and I made envelopes that said to the house, and they were invited to Hogwarts on his birthday, and then we hand delivered those to the kids' houses, and set them on the front porch and rang the doorbell. So I think something like along those lines, maybe with a box and it opens and the owl comes out, and would be really cool. I've also just taken my son, told him to get up. We take an early flight, and he's like, "Where are we going?" I'm like, "You'll find out." And we get to the airport, and he's like, "Okay, so where are we flying to?" Like, I don't tell him. I pack everything, and then if he guesses, he guesses. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But it is fun just to wake him up and be like, "All right, get dressed. We got to go."
I would like that done for myself.
I know, right?
We were going to spend the day playing together, is what he said. And I woke him up at like 5 a.m. Our flight was at 7. And he's like, "Mom, we can play later." I'm like, "No, you really got to get up." So that's a fun one, though, just to wake him up.
Yeah. Melissa, what about you?
So I'm a Harry Potter fan too. We've got a theme going. So I love the books, and I thought, especially for children, it would be cool to get the illustrated version of, the first book if they don't already have it, and print out a Hogwarts ticket as the bookmark for them to have with the trip details on there, that they're invited to ride the Hogwarts Express. And so they also get the book to read as they anticipate the trip and look forward to it, and just soak up the details of Harry Potter before they get to visit it in real life.
That's a cute. I love that idea too.
I do too.
That is cool. I like that.
Yeah, we just got those illustrated versions. They're amazing. That's a great idea. It's a great gift as well.
Yeah. So for mine, actually, you can have custom puzzles made on websites like Zazzle. And so this is, an example of where you would go to do that on Zazzle.com, but you can upload your own custom image, or you can, use a stock image, and then you can put font over it that's like, "We're going to Universal." And so I thought that it would be fun to maybe unwrap the puzzle on Christmas morning and then put it together as a family, and it kind of reveals as you put it together that you're going. Or, if you are Harry Potter fans, which, I am too, you could even get a Harry Potter puzzle, and, once you've put it together, and you'd be like, "Hey, see Hogwarts, we're going there," and so you could even you don't even have to have a custom one made. You could just get a themed one, or maybe a Minions one, or a Marvel Comics or something like that, and kind of surprise them with it that way. Yeah. So let's talk about one more thing before we look to see if we've had any questions or comments come through. And that is, if you are thinking about, surprising your family, giving the gift of travel, why is it a good idea to book it through one of our agents? So ladies, what's your answer for that?
Well, booking with an agent, we all, as you can tell, have gone to Universal multiple times, and we know promotions, and you're paying, Universal puts it in their price anyway for an agent. So using an agent, you're paying for it anyway. So why not? I also know that, if a promotion comes out, we're watching for those, and we will apply those to your reservation if it works. And we're going to handle all the details. I like to say, book with me, it's free. And I'll handle all the details, and you can enjoy the trip.
That's a great point.
No hold time.
Yeah.
I'm your hold time. So we do it all the time. You work with us one-on-one, and you don't have to call and get your questions answered. We do that for you.
Or if a promotion does come out, you don't have to wait on hold for Universal to get them to apply it for you. Your agent has probably already done it before you even know that a new promotion is available. Yeah.
And I think we also notice when we're putting things together, we're so used to doing it that we can notice, if say I put together Portofino and that club level room is, I've seen it like $200 more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's such a great deal to get that.
Mm-hmm.
And they wouldn't have known that it was just such a small price difference.
Yeah.
We can get creative with things too, with putting together different combinations to make the most sense and make it customized. That's, hard to do sometimes on your own, especially if you haven't been and aren't familiar with the way the tickets work and which ones have unlimited express. So there's just a lot of moving parts to Universal. And so why not make it easy and just have us do the work for you?
Absolutely. And, agents can also assist with things like dining reservations. We provide touring packets to our clients with tips and tricks for the parks, Easter eggs to look for, things that your average person wouldn't know to look for on their own, and we do have our agency in particular. We have such a strong relationship with Universal that if, and obviously nobody wants this to be the case, but if you show up to Universal and something has gone wrong, there's some issue with something, we have people at Universal that we can reach out to because of our special relationship with them. And so we can help to get those issues resolved for you rather than you having to handle all of that on your own. And also, if you are just looking for tickets, like if you maybe have a timeshare or you're staying with family or something like that in Orlando, you can purchase your tickets through our agency, and you can still get that early park admission, which is typically something that's only available to on-site guests, partner hotel guests that are booked through Universal or a travel agency like us, or select annual pass holders. And so, we can offer that perk with every ticket that we sell, which is not something that you're going to get if you just go on Universal's website and purchase those tickets. So that is a huge perk that we're able to offer too. And that doesn't cost you any extra to be able to get that, which that extra hour admission is a huge difference. Like, you can get a lot of stuff done in the Wizarding World. You can get a lot of great pictures before the crowds show up for the day.
Even getting in the park with the extra hour is huge. The wait time to get through security is a big difference.
Huge difference for sure. All right. Well, I am not seeing that we had any comments or questions come through on this one. So just know, if you happen to be catching this video after it's no longer live, we do still monitor these for comments. So if you are watching us later and you come up with a question, still drop that in the comment section and one of us can come back and can answer that for you. But thank you so much for all of you for watching, for joining us tonight. We really had a lot of fun talking about Universal, and keep in mind that booking through us is the same price as booking directly on Universal's website, and yet you do get to take advantage of our complimentary planning services when you book through us. We can help you with everything from a theme park vacation to a cruise to an all-inclusive and beyond. So if you're interested in getting more information about a trip, all of our contact information is back at the beginning of the video if you joined us a little late, so you can go back and you can check that out. Oh, I did see one question pop up. Thank you for the great. Oh, no problem. We love to share that, and hopefully somebody found something that they can use. But we hope you enjoyed watching with us tonight, and we hope to see you again soon for another episode of Sundays with MMT. Bye, everybody.